After countless hours of training, I was finally transferred to KG-51, stationed at Twente. I would be flying the revolutionary jet aircraft, the ME-262. Although this aircraft would be put to excellent use intercepting the endless Allied bomber streams above us, our orders are to use this jet aircraft as a ground attacker, bombing railways, depots, convoys, and the like. A futile attempt to stop the Allied powers from advancing into Germany. October 1st, 1944 would see my first mission. 4 Swallows would take to the skies and hit rail yards at Eindhoven. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome to the first episode of our much anticipated ME-262 career in IL-2 Battle of Bodenplatte. We are taking off in a flight of 4, and I really need to get everything ready. Flaps are down. I need to begin throttling up now that number 1 is already rolling. Really gonna... We're being rushed along here, but that's fine. We want to throttle up nice and slowly because the ME-262 has these infamous engines that really like to catch on fire and explode with sudden throttle movements. Okay, and we'll release the brakes, and we are rolling. Let's adjust trim as well. We are taking off in a flight of 4 with 500 kilogram bombs strapped underneath us, and we are going to hit railway stations at Eindhoven. That should be quite an interesting sortie. And we are barreling down the runway, just breaking over 100 kilometers an hour now. This thing is mighty slow on the ground, and also right after takeoff it's very slow. It's actually quite concerning how slow it is. I feel like it's going to drop out of the sky at any moment, but it'll be interesting. Let's keep her nice and centered, and we are running out of runway. I'm gonna pull up. Okay, and we are good. We're good. Flaps up. I can't raise the flaps and the gear at the same time. They both use the same hydraulic system. Okay, gear up. So I have to do it one at a time. And we're going to keep this angle of attack here and try to gain some altitude. We are closing in on 300 kilometers an hour there. Okay, gear is finally up, and now I feel a lot better. There's flight lead off to our 1 o'clock. We will follow him. I also need to keep some back pressure on the stick. It still wants to kind of fall out of the sky. ME-262 is quite an interesting aircraft and much different than any other aircraft I have really flown on the channel. So this should be quite the interesting series. We are starting out at a ground attack squadron, so we will be bombing railway junctions, convoys, and things like that. And I eventually, assuming we live long enough, plan to transfer to a bomber interceptor squadron, just to spice things up. But I figured a ground attack career would be something a bit different, especially in the 262, because everyone expects me to intercept bombers, but this will be, I think, just as exciting. I was doing it a bit earlier, and it's actually quite a bit of fun, swooping in on targets and timing your bombs just right in this thing. I'll also probably go around and, you know, use my cannons a little bit. It's probably not advised, but it's just fun. There are a few things I do need to point out about this new series. I am not using the base IL-2 campaign generator or career generator. I'm using Pat Wilson's campaign generator, which is a third-party tool that I've actually used before in the P38 co-op series I did. I've used it there, but I haven't used it too much. But it does have a wide variety of missions, and hopefully we'll have more variety than just with the base career generator. That's the plan. I figured I'd try it out for this series. So we have that. Also, I do want to personally thank Raptor Attacker for making this fantastic ME-262 skin. I have to say it was jaw-dropping when I first saw it, and I am really, really impressed with it. And we need to throttle down as to not overtake flight lead here. So if you haven't seen his skins already, he has a massive thread on the IL-2 forums. I'll link it below. Definitely check out his skins and show him some support. I believe that's all I really have to say for this little preamble. There's not a whole lot going on. I think the other 2 aircraft... Yep, they're behind me somewhere. I thought I just saw... Yep, there they are. I see them. I'm going to form up with flight lead here. The cockpit in the 262 is remarkably simple for what it is, considering you have all of your flight instruments on this one panel. We do have a radio compass, which will be nice to guide us back home to our home airfield, and that compass is right there. I did take 100% fuel. Combined with our 500 kilogram bomb, we are a bit heavy, but we should be burning that fuel rather quickly because our flight lead is just booking it. We're currently cruising at around 400 kilometers per hour. I'm sure we can break that fairly easily. All right, let's throttle up and let's adjust our trim. Okay, well, I believe that's all I really have to say now. I just want to give you folks a good look of this ME-262 cockpit, and I can fold the gun sight away and bring it back out like so. This is really helpful for landings because this gun sight is rather obstructive, and landing this aircraft is a bit tricky. But with this tricycle gear, it kind of evens it out. I do like landing with the tricycle gear a bit better. It's a bit easier for me. But that doesn't really help in this plane as much because, again, it is a very interesting plane to land. But we will cross that bridge when I get to it at the end of the episode. I suppose I will go ahead and cut the video now as we close towards Eindhoven. Flight lead's braking all of a sudden. Are we just going into a turn? That's quite possible. We're just turning. Okay. Oh, and I will follow him, and I'll get back to you guys probably when we're closing in on the front lines or crossing the front lines. I do expect we will be attacked by ground units. We are not climbing much higher than we currently are. We'll hit them fast and low. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, I'll cut now and get back to you folks soon. Okay, we are close to Eindhoven. It looks like there's a Spitfire closing in. He just dropped down. Oh no. Brake, 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 brake. Do something. I'm coming around. Oh, he's shooting. He's shooting. No hits. Let's bring out the gun sight. Spitfire got pretty good hits on flight lead there. Full throttle. Oh, chunks are flying off that 262. Looks like flight lead's been pretty messed up. I'm not going to be able to turn with a Spitfire in this thing. Let's continue to head for our objective, which is Eindhoven, which happens to be right in front of us. We're going to hit it hard. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to... Looks like I'm flight leader now. Yep. He just splashed. Another aircraft. Another... No, P-47s are here too. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, we've been jumped by quite a few Allied planes, but we'll just full throttle. Currently making 550 kilometers per hour. We'll hit these targets nice and hard and return on home. Hopefully with no more losses than that. Okay, let's look for the railway hubs. This is certainly Eindhoven. 262s are there. I'm going to order them since I'm flight lead now. Orders. Attack nearest ground target. There's the train. Let's roll in on it. All right. And bombs away. I hopefully didn't overshoot with that thing. We'll see. Ooh, that was right on the train, just aft of the locomotive. That was really good, actually. Much better than I anticipated. That train is kaput. I could come back around for another pass and hit the locomotive with my cannon. I may actually do that. I'm just keeping my eyes peeled for any P-47s that happen to dive down on me. I destroyed a machine gun in a town building, unfortunately. Alright, I will go back around for another pass. I don't have any more bombs, but I do have lots of cannon. Unfortunately, I'm flying through the smoke, which is less than ideal. A few good hits there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'll do one more pass. Looks like I destroyed the locomotive, so that train's not going anywhere. I think I'll conserve the rest of my cannon ammunition for defensive actions against these pesky allied fighters. I've lost the rest of my flight. They did not follow me into the target area. They have bigger fish to fry, but that's mission accomplished. Being shot at by anti-air. This is not a surprise. I'll continue on this heading. Okay, there's my two ME-262 friends. Are they chasing something? Or are they being chased? Let's turn and find out. Is that... I think those Spitfires are... What the heck's going on here? They're certainly chasing after a 262. A Spitfire is. Okay. Let's get the Spit. Should be able to catch them in a level flight like this. I'm not worried about it. Okay, they dropped their bombs right into the town. Target destroyed. Good job, Floridian. Yeah, this flight of Spits is determined to bag a 262 today. Okay, there's a P-47 and a Spit. I'll go for the Spit. He's closer. Floridian is very proud of his ground kill. Congratulations, my friend. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, P-47 is going to have to be my target. I think I missed on both passes there, which is unfortunate. I'm going to have to break off, peel up. We will come back around and hit him again. God, what a bad pass. Just a few hits from these cannons and these fighters are done for. They're still chasing. There we go. 2 hits on the Spit. P-47 is either oblivious to that fact or still thinks he can kill a 262 today. And there we go. His rudder almost just slammed right into my aircraft and I'm out of ammo. Let's head home. Good kills. Good kills. I'm right on time, right when I ran out of ammo. We have to head home. I'm going to tell my... Oh, wrong button. I'm going to tell my flight. Form up on me. And let's get the hell out of here. We'll turn on a heading of 030. Continue to full throttle here. There we go. And I'll actually ease back on it. I don't see any more enemies. We were supposed to have a fighter escort of Focke-Wulfs, but they are nowhere to be seen, which is quite annoying. They would have been very helpful in protecting our flight leader just then. But we successfully completed our mission, and we shot down 2 enemy fighters, a P-47 and a Spitfire Mark 9. Not a bad tally if I do say so myself. I'm going to have to get used to using these cannons. Oh, I did not mean to press that. I'm gonna have to get used to using these cannons in air-to-air. They will take some getting used to, but that's all part of starting a new series, I suppose. Well, we are going to fly on home after a fairly successful mission. Unfortunately, we did lose our flight leader, and there's tracer fire. There's our Focke-Wulf friends. They're tearing them up over here. I just guess a few of them escaped. Okay, well, we're just going to fly underneath that and avoid it and head on home. Well, we have made it home. Our home airfield is directly at 12 o'clock, just beyond that tree line there. All 3 of us are here. And I was thinking about it. Unfortunately, I do think some of the external recording here where I go back and get all the cool kill shots and stuff like that, cinematic moments throughout the sortie. I don't think I was doing that this sortie, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate. So we may not have those cool cinematic shots in this episode, but I will be sure that doesn't happen again for future episodes. But we are starting to throttle down. We're currently at around 300 kilometers an hour. We'll do a quick swing by the airfield. There it is. And I will begin adjusting trim. Landing is very tricky because I just feel like this thing is constantly going to drop out of the sky, even though it probably won't. We'll see though. I'm going to turn on my lights and we'll prepare ourselves for our landing approach. The field looks clear. This is definitely it. Okay, I'm going to have to throttle up a bit more. I'll maintain around 300 kilometers an hour before I drop flaps and gear. I'm going to have to come up a bit more. We're way too low. Throttle up more. Alright, this is going to be super tricky, folks. But hopefully we can make it happen here. I would love for our first landing in the 262 to be just perfect. Alright, throttle down now. And we will make our turn on the final momentarily. I just want to swing nice and wide so I have plenty of time to make this happen. Okay, begin our turn. The airfield in sight. Begin dropping flaps. I'll start killing off a lot of speed rather quickly. And I'll drop gear here soon. Throttle down. Gear down. Okay, nice and slow. Closing in on 200 kilometers an hour. Alright, there's the strip. Gun sight is out of the way. I'm going to sit up a bit so I can actually try to make out the runway. Unfortunately, the nose of this plane really obstructs it on final. Alright, flaps all the way down. Want to be sure I'm lined up. A little off. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's adjust slightly. Okay, this is fine. Okay, flare slightly. And there we go. Brake, brake, brake. Throttles down, and we are pretty much going to have to hold the brakes down for the duration of this. Oh, that was good. That was awesome. Landing this thing isn't half bad then, huh? If I can do it, anyone can, I suppose. And that is a successful sortie right there. We'll go ahead and taxi off the runway, as so my friends... Oh, don't do that. I just moved the throttle extremely quickly. We'll taxi off so my comrades can come in for their elegant landings as well. Overall, I have to say this was quite a good start to our career. This was awesome. We shot down 2 planes who were really just target fixated on those other 262s, really determined to shoot down a jet aircraft, and I can't say I blame them on that. Unfortunately, it resulted in them losing their machines. And we lost our flight leader. That one Spitfire was able to get a good burst into the ME-262, and he was done for. Unfortunately, the 262 is pretty fragile. These engines obviously are super fragile. So getting hit is not good at all. And we're taxied off. I'll just sit here. The mechanics can do whatever. And we'll shut down the engines. And look at that skin. First successful sortie. And we did really good. We'll hop into Pat Wilson's campaign generator, claim our kills, and see everything that happened here. Oh, wow. What a fun plane. What a fun plane. I do believe the ground attack squadrons did have 2 of the cannons removed, but I'm going to continue to use all 4. Just because I enjoy them, quite frankly. I may remove them in a few later sorties. We'll see. And there we go. Engines have shut down. Let's open our canopy as well. And there we go. Perfect. I hear them winding down. Okay, let's go ahead and finish that mission. Really good. Unfortunately, I am upset that I didn't get the external shots, which is unfortunate. That kind of blows chunks, especially since it is the first episode of the career. But that's okay. Hopefully y'all will forgive me. I think this was part of the problem. I do believe I started them, but I think they reached their limit rather quickly because these campaign files are so big with Pat Wilson's campaign generator. There is a workaround around this, and I'll figure it out. In the end, we shot down 2 planes, 3 railroad cars, and 2 heavy weapons, and 1 residential building. But I will cut now and hop over to Pat Wilson's campaign generator, and we can all take a look at that. All right, here we are in Pat Wilson's campaign generator. This is me, Wolfgang here, and we will do our combat report and continue with our claim. So this was our mission, and we have to claim our kills with Pat Wilson's campaign generator. I'm going to claim 2 victories. We shot down a Spitfire Mark 9, that is correct, and then we also shot down a P-47 D-28, and let's go ahead and submit that report. And we can start our debrief, and it will show everything that happened throughout the sortie. And this is all the hotspots. There was a very large dogfight over Vegel, and I do believe this is where our fighter escort was caught up here. But as you can see, there was a whole bunch going on. And here we are. Remarks on the flight. Mission was flown from Twente Airdrome. Anti-aircraft gun was destroyed by Floridian. Spitfire was brought down by me, and P-47 was brought down by me. Vehicles destroyed. All right, well, cool. Major Nicholas Springboard, who was our flight leader, was captured, so he did manage to get out of his aircraft, but his ME-262 was obviously lost, so he is now a POW. It's good to know he was not killed. And we got some transfers. I was awarded for Valor. I have been awarded the Iron Cross 2nd class, which is nice. And that is all. So we will end 1 mission, 2 victories, and this is the campaign generator I will be using. It is a bit finicky sometimes with the UI, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, this first episode of our ME-262 career. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment and all that jazz, as it really helps the video out, especially on the first ones in the series. I'm launching a lot of new series, so this is, I've been asking it a lot, but like I said, I wouldn't ask if it didn't help out. With this and Tank Crew starting, the channel's looking pretty good. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching. This is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.